What's up, everyone? Today we're just going to be hanging out, doing some programming. I'm going to be minting some NFTs on Cardano, on the Cardano Testnet, and then attempting to move those out to a dataless wallet. Just going to get some more practice with it. Made a tutorial video yesterday on how to move your mint tokens and NFTs, as well as build your relay node. We have our relay node built now, and we have sent the tokens out of our relay node into our dataless wallet, but today we're going to be trying to move our NFTs out of there as well, which becomes a little trickier. The Cardano developers don't have a like hard and fast guide on how to do this, so you kind of need to manually calculate your transaction, balance it in order to get it to send out successfully. So I'm just going to be playing around with that. With the Cardano testnet and doing some practice on minting NFTs and sending them out. And then I'm also going to be possibly watching some tutorial videos on JavaScript. I have very little to no experience with the JavaScript. What I'm attempting to do is build a dashboard for our tokens and connect it to an API, so that way it will create a really nice dashboard that will pull every hour, and that way delegators get a live feed of how much their token's worth at any given time. So we're just going to be hanging out today. Doing those things, and if you guys have any questions, hit me up in the chat box and I'm happy to answer them. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to open up a terminal window here with Control-Alt-T, and my node's already running, but I need to bring up GLiveView. Let's bring up the CoinCashew guide. So what we've done is we've built a node already, but we just restarted this instance, so I want to program the overlay on top of the node. That way we can just get a better idea of what our node status is. And that code is on this CoinCashew guide, which I also left in the description box below if you guys are interested. You can see we just copy paste this line of code. It's going to ask us for a password, so let's go ahead and do that again. And then we need a text file because we're running this on testnet, and this is defaulted to mainnet, so we just need to change that to testnet. Paste it right in there. Now we can go ahead and run GLive, see how our node's doing. Our node is doing perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and bring up the NFT guide now. What we're going to do is we're going to delete my current NFT directory. There it goes. I'm going to delete these videos too. I don't need those anymore. Alrighty. Now we're going to go ahead and create a new directory. Alright, so we've gone ahead and created a new NFT directory. It's blank. We get a blank slate now to work with. And we are going to create our NFT. We're going to name it now. So what do I want to name our NFT? What do I want it to be? Let's go to my YouTube channel. Maybe we can pull, I don't have the logo on this computer, but maybe I can pull my Black Bear Crypto logo. I don't want to dox myself. I'm going to move this over here. There we go. We found the logo. Save it to the desktop there. All right. We're going to name this token BBC. Can leave everything else blank except for the IPFS hash. We need to open up our uploader here. This is also in the description box below if you guys are interested. I really like this IPFS uploader. It's a pretty simple one. All you do is you choose the file, select your picture, click upload, then you have the hash here, and I just copy that. I'm going to paste it into the code. Perfect. I'll copy that and set my parameters now. Perfect. All right, back to our guide now. Now we need to generate some new keys and a new payment address. In fact, let's open up our data list now, make sure that's totally synced, because we're going to need that data list in order to send our tokens or send our testnet ADA to this payment address so we can proceed with the guide. So this needs to be fully synced before we move forward. Set our address parameter and also need to set our testnet parameter. So let me go to my website here. I've been putting together a little bit of a code page here just with some miscellaneous stuff. There's a testnet parameter, just need to paste that in there. Copy it. Toss it in the terminal there. All right, so we got our data list up here, and we're going to grab our payment address from the payment address that we just generated. Oh, we generated on mainnet? Why does that look like a mainnet payment address? Oh, because we did generate it on mainnet. That's the problem. Okay. Reset our parameter here, correct our mistake, and now we can see that our payment address has shifted over to a testnet payment address. Perfect. So you can just copy that. Paste into our data list here. We're going to send 50 ADA. Actually, let's say 20 ADA. We don't need 50, especially since we regenerate these every time. So we're going to send 20 ADA. It's going to ask for my spending password. All right, so you can see we've sent 20 ADA. The transaction's been confirmed. Let's go ahead and query our address here. You can see we have received our 20 ADA. That's perfect. We will need that to mint the tokens. So we funded the address. Now we need to export the protocol parameters. Oh, all these commands have mainnet in them. I really should build a separate guide just with the testnet parameters on here and taper down on some of these things, because some of this code is just like, you don't need this in here, and it's kind of confusing for people just trying to copy paste. But it's a good guide overall to, you know, learn what we're doing instead of just copy pasting it in there. So now we're creating a policy directory. I'm going to create the policy keys. Alrighty. And then this is our script here. I think we need to add the testnet parameter in here as well. Let's do that. All right. Perfect. Create our policy key. Query our tip again. So let's go ahead and grab our testnet parameter. Alrighty, so that was successful. Don't need to do these. See, this is what I'm talking about confusing. Like, makes it look like you need to do these, but you actually don't. Oh, you know what? I screwed up. I made my, oops. All right, let's start from scratch. Because what I did, I made the mistake of just mindlessly going off and generating another key hash, which we didn't need to do. So let's go ahead and clear this out. CD out of there. All right, we're just going to start from the top. Not a big deal. All right, so we're going to create our NFT directory again. Enter it. I'm going to go back. It's going to be the same IPF or the same IPSF hash here. Paste that in. Copy that. Set the parameters correctly. Beautiful. Change this parameter to testnet, of course. Perfect. All right. Now I've done that. We need to send ADA to this address again. So let's go ahead and grab the payment address. It's going to be in our NFT folder. Under payment address. Reload it. If you guys are playing around with Testnet, I would highly recommend using a Testnet dataless wallet too, because when you're using Testnet Faucet, you have to send 1,000 funds to a wallet address, and then you can't use the faucet again for another day. So having it on a dataless, you can just send small incremental amounts to however many payment addresses you want as you work through things and test things out. So we've gone ahead and sent those funds. Let's go ahead and check the wallet balance here. What I'd love to do is create like a simple wallet overlay on top of a node that can be used to mint NFTs, to mint tokens, burn them, manage them, that sort of thing. But it's really complicated to balance the transaction, which kind of creates a barrier to entry for regular users. Like on Ravencoin, you can just create assets from the wallet interface, and Cardano doesn't have that function. So it'd be really cool to have like some sort of simple GUI that would do that for us and calculate the transaction fees, calculate or balance the transactions every time, rather than for us having to go in and do it manually ourselves in the terminal like this. Because what's happening is newcomers, they don't understand, and they have to go to third parties and pay a fee every time they want to mint an NFT, every time they want to mint a token, and then they don't have complete control over their token. See, what Ravencoin does is it has the asset system. When you mint it off of a wallet, you get what's called an asset token, which essentially works the same as a key pair, as the key pair that we're generating in today's guide or today's video, and that asset token allows us complete control over our digital economy, the same way that our key pair does on Cardano, for Cardano NFTs or Cardano tokens. So I'd love to see some sort of system like that, or wallet UI implemented that simplifies the NFT and the asset creation process on Cardano, rather than creating that barrier to entry, or for people to have to go to like these third-party sites. Because if you like Google mint Cardano NFT, well, you get the guide here, but not everybody can go through this guide, can do all this terminal work. People just want a wallet address, or they want a wallet overlay that will do it for us. What's up, MC? Thanks for tuning in, man. Because what people are doing is they're running their own nodes, and then they are charging a fee for people to come in and like mint a collection of NFTs or something, which is all and good, you know. But it would be great to simplify that for the Cardano user and not have them have to go through an intermediary, and also, you know, have complete control over their token. For an NFT, it's not that big of a deal because it locks, but if you're minting a token and you want to manage that digital economy, if somebody else has your payment keys, or if somebody else has your keys, if somebody else minted your initial tokens, then they have control over that token. You don't have control over the token. You can't burn them. You can't reissue them, but they can. So if we can kind of break that down into a simple wallet interface, then that can really help the user. I think it could really help the Cardano token and asset system grow. So let's go ahead and move on here. We have pulled our TX hash. We need to export the protocol parameters here. MC, you're out in California, right? How's the California life treating you today? Generate the policy here. Generate our keys. And you're going to change this parameter from mainnet to testnet. All right, now I'm definitely skipping this part, not making that same mistake again. So these should be like grayed out or something because we don't need to use these. The next thing that we need to use is the slot number parameter. Paste that in there, and we need to replace with our slot number. How do we find our slot? That will be in our .json file. Is it protocol.json? I think it is. It's in policy. It's the policy.script. There it is. There's our slot number. So we're going to copy that, paste it in. That parameter is set. Set the script parameter. Create the policy ID. Now we need to create our metadata. So I'm going to experiment with this a little bit. This is a test token made by Black Bear Crypto on YouTube. All right, so we got our IPFS hash. We got our description made. Now it's time to generate our metadata. Perfect. Now we can start crafting the transaction. So I know I'm going to mint these successfully. But what I'd like to do is I'd like to figure out how to send these to a different wallet address rather than having them mint directly to the relay node. If I could have them mint directly to somebody's wallet address, then that would be prime. We'll see if I can figure that out in a moment. Set some more parameters. Grab our TX hash here. Going to Texas soon. Okay. How's whereabouts? You going to Austin? I've heard some good things about Austin. I've also heard some negative things about Austin. Depends on who you ask, but I've heard there's some really good restaurants there. Really good sushi, really good barbecue from what I've heard. My my girlfriend and her parents are from Kansas City, and they visited Texas a couple times, and they say that they claim that the Kansas City barbecue is much superior to the Texas barbecue, but that's all hearsay. I think they have local loyalty there, but I'm sure they're both good. Let's check our parameters here, make sure everything lines up. It does. All right. Now we can build a transaction, but here's the thing. I'm trying to get this to send. Is this a command that I would change? Like I would change the address to. I mean, let's try experimenting with it. I know it's going to mint if I just do it this way, but maybe I can just go ahead and here, let me set a new parameter. I'll do it our address equals, and then I'm going to grab a receiving address from my data list, copy that, and then we're going to open a quote, paste it in there, boom. Okay, and then we're just going to change this parameter to our address. Let's see, does this work? Oh, it's because I put on mainnet instead of testnet. Change that. All right, let's see if this works. Okay, well, it looks like everything's going just fine, but we'll see what happens when I actually submit the transaction. It might give me an error. So skip all this stuff. I'm gonna sign the transaction. Do we need to calculate the fee any differently? I thought we need to calculate the fee. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I guess it did it here. You'd think I'd know after doing this 18 times, but copy this, paste it in there. Transaction submitted successfully. So let's see what actually happens. Like, is it going to mint the NFT on our relay node, or is it going to send it to our data list? That's really weird. I have that separate address here. I have no idea what this part does, because it minted the transaction, and now even though I put my data list receiving address here, it just minted it to my relay node's payment address instead. Like what it would normally do. So I don't really understand why that happened, but regardless, now that we're in this situation, let's see if we can move this NFT out into our data list or Yori. I mean, I'd like to just mint it directly to a different wallet, that way to avoid have the minimum fee, but I'm not sure if that's possible. Let's go ahead and look to see if our uploaded. Okay, there it is. We got the Black Bear crypto token right there. So it did mint successfully. So let's get this out of here. Let's get this out of the wallet. It's going to be a son of a gun to figure out, but I'm sure we'll get there with enough time and energy. I'll be right back, guys. All right, let's go ahead and get these tokens out of here. If I can figure it out, that is. It's kind of the point of today's stream. Receiver. I need to insert the address. So I'm going to grab that receiving address again for my dataless. Paste. Receiver output. Okay, well that looks correct because it needs to be a minimum of 10 ADA. TX hash is going to be 1 and the amount of Lovelace in there. That much Lovelace. Paste that in there. I think we got the right policy ID in there, right? Yeah, we do. We just need the right, we need token name 1. So token name 1 equals, it's going to equal this. It's our token name after the period there. Paste it in. All right, so now let's do echo token name 1. All right, perfect. That is what we need. So I think we got our parameters set correctly. Let's go ahead and adjust this transaction though, because we don't have a token name 2. Do we even need the second TX out? I don't know if we do. Let's try it without. Just adjust this command so the TX out count is 1 instead of 2. I have no idea if this is gonna work, but it might. Okay. Paste that in there. Grab this command again. I have very little hope that this transaction is gonna work, but we'll see. Yeah, okay. UTXO value not conserved. That means we didn't balance the transaction, right? So let's start from the top. We're not from the top. We already have a parameter set. We don't need to worry about that anymore. But what we need to do is experiment with this transaction and see how we can make it go through. Oh, you know what? Part of the issue, I mean, let's try it with 1. That might have been part of my issue. Because I clicked, I had it set at 2. But it's really supposed to just be 1. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. Now we can sign the transaction. Send it. Yeah. Okay. I think what we're not doing is we're not accounting for the 1400 or the 14 Cardano that are going to be left in that wallet. There's not going to be 14 Cardano left in that wallet. There's going to be like 13 point something. So we need to figure out how we're going to calculate that. Paste that in there. The address plus output. So what's the output? Output is funds minus fee. Is my funds variable set correctly? Let's find out. Echo funds 1400. So that should be correct. We'll try this. Why is that causing an issue? What happens if I do this? The hell? Yeah, why is the output negative? Let's do output equals 0 for now. Try building this transaction again. So copy that. Okay, well that worked. And then now we can calculate the output, right? I think. Now what's the output going to calculate to? Let's see if this works now. Now it's a negative value. Why is it a negative value in the output? Because if we echo, whoops. Whoops. How is that a 17 Cardano fee? It doesn't make any sense. What? How is that a 17 Cardano fee? No, it's a 1.7 Cardano fee. I'm wrong. what's this? Why is this? If we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 10 Cardano, so why is that a negative amount? Echo output. How is that negative? We sure that's right? That can't be right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 10 Cardano. It's not even 1 Cardano. This is only 1.4 Cardano in there? Now that can't be right. There's 14 Cardano in there. Doesn't cost 19 Cardano to mint an NFT, does it? That'd be insane. All right, let's go ahead and I think this number's wrong. I think we missed a 0 on it or something. We must have, right? I mean, let's look. No, there is only 1.4 Cardano left in there. How does that make any sense? Oh, did it send? Oh, maybe that's what happened. Maybe it sent. Oh, that's what happened, guys. Look at that. So by changing that command, I actually sent 1888 back to my dataless wallet. Okay, so it sent the 88, but it didn't send the freaking NFT. Jesus. Okay. So now what do I do? I mean, I could just send more 88, but then I need to balance the transaction all weird. I'll need to take into account another output, which kind of defeats the purpose here, but damn it. Well, at least I know how that works now. Let's just mint another NFT. How about it? Let's mint another one. Start from scratch. Delete all this. CD out of there. Clear it out. Fresh slate. Let's do it. Well, first let's keep it down here on the sending tokens out. I think we're getting closer, guys. We're making progress. Let's go ahead and go to our minting NFTs page again. Create our NFT directory. Paste that in there. We're going to name it. What do we want to name it this time? I don't know if you're still there, MC, but I'm going to name this MC token. And then Trying to get to your channel, MC, so I can pull your logo. All right, there we go. We got your logo. It's small and a little bit blurry, but we're going to make a token out of it. So we're going to use our IPFS uploader, interplanetary file system. Sounds pretty sweet, but I don't think it is interplanetary because it's only one planet. Let's go ahead and upload it, grab the hash, copy that, toss it in here, paste. Those parameters are set now. Payment keys. What's up, DeFi Strategies? I don't know if that's David or Marie, but I hope you guys are having a good day. Making some progress on your Excel sheets. I think there might be a way that we can pull the data set from, like we might be able to just have it pull directly to a GitHub repository as a CSV file, and then we can pull it that way. Like I know how to pull it from a GitHub repository, but the issue would be to having it pull regularly to that repo. Which you might be able to figure out. Might be a workaround for what we're trying to do for that dashboard. All right, let's go ahead and pull our payment address here. Here it is. Grab that. I'm going to send some tokens. We're going to send 20 again. Okay, the transaction is complete. We should see it there. There are our funds. We're going to go ahead and set our parameters here. Good. I saw that the sheet's getting big because it pulls every epoch. I wonder if there's going to be a point where we need to run our own file server instead of using Sheets, because Sheets is kind of designed for like smaller data sets. So we might run into some issues later on with that. I'm not sure. Create our policy directory, create our keys. Can't wait to start minting some NFTs on mainnet. That's going to be fun. Do some giveaways. All right. Oh my God, I did it again. Not sure if I need to go back the entire time. This is creating a address key hash, payment verification. It's creating a policy.vkey. Didn't we already create a policy.v key though? Like, where is our key hash? Let's see if I need to go all the way back. No, I think it's this script. Let me just run this again. Have any trouble? Doesn't look like you ran into any errors. It's just the key hash, right? I think we're fine. This is just generating a key hash. Here, let's do our slot number now. And that is going to be in the policy script. Oop. All right. Hate little mistakes like that make you like question whether you just messed up your entire code. If I need to start from the beginning. But I really don't think that we do. All right. There's our TX hash. Toss it in there. TXIX is 0. Amount of Lovelace is right there. Boom. All right. Now let's make sure that all these are set correctly. Looks like they are. And now we can let's see here. Yeah, this is going to create our NFT, or start building that transaction at least. Paste it in there. Okay, that looked like it ran just fine. Then we can sign the transaction. But is this really what we want? I want to send this directly to our data list wallet, but I'm just not sure if there's a way that we can do that. Mint token amount. Yeah, let's try minting it normally, and then we can try sending it out from there, and then we can try to work down on, taper down on some of those redundancies. Go ahead and copy that, put it in there. Copy, paste, transaction submitted. Okay, so it's good that we didn't go back and start from scratch. That would have been a pain in the ass. Let's go ahead and check the balance of our wallet. All right. So our NFT has appeared there under a different TXIX. Which makes sense now that I think about it. All right. Here we go. We're going to grab our data list receiving address here. Paste it in. Here's where it gets confusing. Is we're trying to send this token. It's two different TX hashes, isn't it? Or they're the same. They look like they are the same TX hash. That is confusing. Okay. Let's go ahead and just toss it in there. TXIX is going to be 1. No, we're going to name it. We're going to do 0. Are we sure those are the same? All right, and then we're going to do the amount of Lovelace. It's going to be that. Change this just to token name because we can do echo token name. That's the correct token name, right? Let's make sure. Yeah, there it is. And then echo policy ID should be the right one as well. There it is. Okay. We're just sending one token. Let's delete that part. Let's see if this works. Well, that worked to build the transaction. We'll see if it works to submit it. So far so good, but I have a feeling we're going to get a balance error upon submission. Yeah, there it is. UTXO failure. Value not conserved. Okay. Man, these transactions are difficult to balance. So let's think about this for a minute. So let's try this. If we do this plus, let's see, maybe this is what we do. We add, whoops, not that. But we add this 1.4 ADA in there. See if this does anything. do echo funds. It's just taking it into account that. So if we need to have funds take into account. Funds equals plus that number. Boom. Okay. So now if I do echo funds well, maybe if I just take them and calculate them together. So if I do let's just take this number. Funds equals all right, now let's try the transaction again, I guess. Copy that, paste it in there. Calculate the fee. Calculate the output. Copy paste that in again. Still an error. How do I balance this transaction? Like, why is address in there? I don't understand. Because it's the receiving address? You know, I wonder if I go back to here, to minting the NFT, change address. Takes out. What if we change that to the receiving address? I wonder. That might actually work. If we change this to the receiving address, then we can just send it right out and not have to deal with all this crafting transaction crap. All right, let's try from the top. Going to clear, cd clear. We're gonna go ahead and delete our NFT folder for the third time. Again, guys, we're just experimenting here. Let's go ahead and start from the top. I have to admit, minting tokens, way more fun than minting NFTs. Just because these commands are preloaded with mainnet instead of testnet. But I think I can do it pretty quick this time. So we create our directory. Let's name our token. Name it Black Bear. Then we're going to do our IPFS. So we're going to clean up here, choose a file. Let's choose, I like this picture, but it's just way too big. Let's try a big picture, why not? Upload it. Grab the hash. Toss it in here. Copy paste. Perfect. Generate the keys, generate the address. I really should just redo this entire guide and just pre-fill everything with testnet instead of mainnet. All right. Set our parameter. Grab our testnet address. Let's send some funds to it. Transactions pending on data list. As soon as this is not pending, I can pull the hash and everything. There we go. The transaction's confirmed. Perfect. All right. So you get 2,000 there. Now we're going to export the parameters. Oops. Did mainnet instead of testnet. There we go. Parameters are set. Create the policy directory. Generate the keys. The script needs to be changed. Oh, I did it again. I hate this part of the file. It's going to be in, or it's actually our script file. You know what? Let's just regenerate it just to be safe. Does it do anything? Delete all that, save it down, grab this slot. Paste it in there, set our script parameter, policy ID, metadata now. I almost don't feel like editing this at this point, but we're going to. Copy that, paste it right in. Perfect. We've created our metadata now. Now we can craft the transaction. So let's see if my theory works now. All this work off a hunch. Off a hunch, you guys. Copy that. Query our address. Okay, we're going to create a new parameter now. We're going to do a our address. Oops. If I can spell address right. Equals, and then we're going to grab a dataless receiving address here. Receive, copy that. put in parentheses, or quotations rather. Okay. So now that we've done that, let's see if we can craft this transaction to do what we want. That would be incredible. All right, so now that we've done that, we're just going to change the TX out to our address. Okay. All right. Well, that's a start. Is this actually going to work? If this works, I will be blown away. Did I sign it? I did sign it, and it's successfully submitted. Okay. So am I going to receive an NFT in my wallet? Or not? I mean, let's see what actually appears in there. I mean, last time I sent myself 20 ADA. Or 18 ADA. Do we receive the NFT? Looks like something's loading. Come on, baby. Show me the NFT. Show me that NFT in there. Please. Let's check my address. See if it didn't end up there, hopefully. It did not end up there. That's a good sign. It's a good sign that it did not end up in my Relay Nodes payment address. It worked. It worked, everyone. Wow. Incredible. Absolutely phenomenal. Wow. Okay. That's actually a pretty big breakthrough for me, because I've been trying to do that for a few days now. Oh. Let's see if it ended up appearing on the testnet here. There it is. Black Bear token. We own it. Man, bears are creepy looking. Look at that thing. Jesus. All right. That's actually pretty major. I am going to actually put that on my website now. Because I don't want to forget that code. Can't show you guys because it will be the editing URL. I don't think it's a big deal. You'll be locked out of it anyways, but I don't want to take any risks here. So let's go to, just go to our MISC1 page. Just going to toss that code in. All right, now I can show you guys. Just throwing together a bunch of miscellaneous code on here. As you can see, this is all you need to do is just set this parameter and use this transaction instead of the other one. So pretty straightforward, pretty simple now that I think about it. I still don't know how to get them out of the relay node if they're already there, but we know how to send them out of there when we're actually minting, which is huge. So that's awesome. That is really, really awesome. All right, well, I guess it's time to move on to JavaScript now. Let's learn some stuff about JavaScript. How about it? I don't even know where to code in JavaScript. How to code in JavaScript. Wish I could I do it in the Ubuntu terminal? That'd be sick. I'm just downloading malware onto my computer. Okay, now that can I run JavaScript? I don't even know where I'm starting with this, guys, honestly. I've written Python codes before, but let's try this. So I can do it in Google Chrome. Okay, open the developer tools by right-clicking an empty area and select inspect. Okay. On the developer tools, go to the console tab. JavaScript. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do, but Well, let's try that from the terminal. So we just installed Node.js, so node hello.js. What? Oh, wait a minute. I just typed node. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. We're in JavaScript now. I don't need web pages. I want to learn how to code a dashboard. So using JavaScript in HTML. And coding is so crazy. Using JavaScript to create dashboard. Let's see, JavaScript dashboard code. Templates, okay. You know, I could just do this in Squarespace too, because they support JavaScript apps. I don't care about any of this. JavaScript dashboard in Squarespace. Well, I think that's enough streaming for today. I'm going to call it here. Look into JavaScript later on. Also might make a guide on what I just figured out with the NFTs situation. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the stream to some extent. I know it's just me trying to figure out stuff and not really showing anything other than just learning the stuff myself. But hopefully it's somewhat entertaining. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you all soon.